Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about how the South Korean government will decide President Park's impeachment, and um, if she does get impeached, there will be an immediate presidential election, and then if she doesn't, in December, it will be the election will be in December. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, Moon Jae-In will continue the Sunshine Policy, and that will be disastrous. Okay, Moon Jae-In was an advisor and worked in the cabinet under No Moo-hyun. Okay, No Moo-hyun gave $645 million annually to North Korea. He opened up the Kaesong industrial plant. All right. First of all, the Kaesong industrial plant was used to make nuclear weapons. That went on behind the scenes. A lot of the that went away from what the South Koreans knew. Okay, second of all, the North Korean workers were in that industrial complex were 75% female, and they were single females, not allowed to marry, and they were paid barely a living wage. Now, they were paid higher than what they were paid in North Korea, but at the same time, the North Korean government would not allow these women to marry. They had limited interaction with the South Korean workers there, and also the North Korean workers were not allowed to go home and tell their families about what they saw. They had limited families as it was, but the North Korean government kept those workers isolated. Also, even though the wage was higher than what they made in North Korea, the North Korean government took 75% of their salaries. So the Sunshine Policy would be disastrous. Okay, the second thing is the Sunshine Policy, in 2001, the South Korean government donated 50 tons of rice to North Korea through the Sunshine Policy. The first recipients of that rice was the North Korean military. All the North Korean military did was they disguised themselves as civilians, and they changed license plates and drove civilian vehicles. That's all that happened. And North Korean defectors who came to South Korea talked to the Daily NK. There's a newspaper in South Korea that talks about North Korea, and they testified to that. So that would happen as well. And then under the No Moo-hyun administration, the North Korea still tested 2 nuclear weapons. So South Korea was not any safer. And then also there was about $25 million in currency fraud that the North Korean government did. And then No Moo-hyun had the audacity to blame the United States. Now, I thought No Moo-hyun was a good person. Okay, despite his Sunshine Policy, he had a free trade agreement with the United States, and around that time, anti-Americanism was pretty rampant in South Korea. No Moo-hyun was a good person, and he tried to tackle corruption in the government, but at the same time, he appeased North Korea. He was very naive to their evil attitudes, and he tried to silence North Korean defector treatment. And that's going to continue under Moon Jae-in. Moon Jae-in says things are going to be different, but I do firmly disagree, because he is going to take about 24 cabinet ministers that he worked with in the No Moo-hyun administration, and he says they're going to have a place for him in his administration if he's elected president. So the Sunshine Policy will be disastrous. Moon Jae-in will continue it, and it will be consequential. When the Sunshine Policy first happened, North Korea was about to be way less dangerous than it currently is, until President Kim Dae-jung gave North Korea tons of food and tons of money. And shortly after that, about 200 North Korean spies in a submarine was caught off the coast of South Korea. A South Korean fishing net caught that submarine accidentally, but I'm glad they caught it. And then 200 of those spies in that submarine committed suicide because they didn't want to have to testify when they got captured. So here, the Sunshine Policy is an appeasement of evil. That's all it is. The people who are doing it have good intentions, but it's an appeasement of evil. Anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye. And bye-bye.